Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com. Kevin Barnett, Jim Holley, Oakland getting wrapped up. And boy, Jim, you thought after last week at Anaheim, it couldn't get better. Maybe tonight it did. I don't know. We'll start you off with the 250s, and it's the last lap Lobo. That's the tag you've laid on Jason Anderson.
Well, the guy's from Albuquerque, New Mexico there, and that's Lobo's down there at that university, and the guy just seems to make it. But you know, his passes on the last lap, but he puts himself in a good position to make those passes on the last lap. And what do you say? Cole Seeley had some problems there, but Jason Anderson, he's got that red background. He's got that 6 points now heading into you know, round 5 at Anaheim there. We'll see what happens. But you know what? I mean, I couldn't have been more happier for Mitch Payton and the Monster Energy Pro Circuit team. I mean, to see, he's not a rookie, but he is a rookie on the West Coast here. And I'm talking about Justin Hill, you know, getting up there and pushing his teammate around, leading this thing for a while. And, you know, he learned a few things, and he's going to be tough as the series you know, heads down to Anaheim and San Diego. But Hill to finish up, you know, get his first podium of his career on third. And what do you say about Dean Wilson? I mean, I thought Dean was going to win his first of 2014, but he has a mistake, and it cost him, but he got a second. And, you know, I think he was all right with that. He was just happy to get his first podium of 2014 for Wilson.
Yeah, so two different reactions perhaps for Pro Circuit Monster Energy Kawasaki over there as far as the results go. Dean Wilson appeared to have it in the bag, and Justin Hill, as you said, good ride. So Mitch Payton, I don't know, a couple different reactions for a couple different riders. Then in the 450 class, Jim, you called the podium. You had the order just a touch bit wrong, but James Stewart was charging on Ryan Villapoto, who got away early. Stewart quadding down the one section. Nobody else did it except Reed one time.
Yeah, and I think if Stewart would have got a good start, I mean, I counted, he said he was 15th when I did the interview. He might have been 16th coming out of that first turn, but I think if he would have been a little better and he had that quad in his back pocket, I think it might have been a little different story. Because, you know, I asked Villapoto and I said, hey, if you were battling, is it too early in the season to be pulling the trigger? I mean, that was tough for those guys, and that was a huge jump to kind of huck. And James Stewart did it, you know, a couple times. You know, he couldn't do it consistently, but you know, I think James is in a good spot right now. I think the team and him are starting to come together as one, and he'll get his wins in 2014. But, you know, what can you say about the champion? I mean, you know, he won here last year, he wins here. He's the first rider in 2014 to win 2 rounds in that 450 class, and that's a statement in itself with the talent that we have there. And, you know, it's just incredible. But Chad Reed, what do you say? You know, he was also worried about that quad. You know, he looked at it, he did it once or twice, and he thought, but, you know, Chad was okay. I mean, you know, when Chad's feeling it, he's going to win. And when he's not, he's happy with that podium, and he's happy with finishing third, and he's in the hunt. I think he's second in the points now.
I thought one of the most impressive things about the ride from Villapoto was the fact that he knew Stewart was back there putting pressure on him for the entire second half of the race. And it was a situation where Stewart needed a mistake out of Villapoto, and Villapoto just doesn't give those away.
No, and you know, I mean, Stewart's putting the pressure on him, and you know what? Mistakes happen, and they could have happened with the lappers. I mean, that's the only thing where, you know, because if you're Villapoto, you see the blue flag and you're a rider getting lapped, you kind of hold your line if Villapoto has to change his lines or something like that. But, I mean, Villapoto on that bike, they were at 1, and you saw it today. You saw it in the heat race, you saw it in all the practices, the time practices. I mean, you know, he didn't falter, and he liked the track here. I mean, he liked how technical it was here, and it was a great track. I thought it was great for racing. I liked the split lane. That really worked out well.
Ryan Dungey and Justin Brayton also in the top 5, so all those top 5 performers continue. The points chase stays tight. This is an amazing start to the season. We head back to Anaheim for the last time coming up this next week. That'll do it for the Southern California swing after San Diego the following week before things start heading east.
Yeah, and another thing we were talking about earlier on Supercross Live about Weston Pike maybe possibly sliding up to that RCH. I got confirmation. Josh Hill did break his collarbone, so that ride's open. I mean, who knows what'll happen? You never know. But I mean, at one point, you know,
Weston Pike was running 6 or 7.
Yeah, and then he had a problem. His front rotor actually came off, so he couldn't finish. So we'll see what happens.
All right, stay tuned to social media. See if you can find something out. Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com, on Twitter, on Facebook, anywhere you can be. We'll see you at the races next week.